residents here. Then we certainly need to stay on top of something we certainly need to watch. Synthetic CDOs are a very, very complex investment. I think it behooves us to make sure we stay on top of it, watch what's happening, find out what the outcome is, what it's actually costing the taxpayers. A Pleasant Prairie, I'll just leave it at that. It's something we really need to stay on top of for the village residents, because we are in this together.
I would like to thank Bob Babcock Sr. for taking me on a tour last Tuesday morning, a bright sunny morning of 7 a.m. to show me the water that was around Pearl Beach. And I'm looking forward to sitting down with residents and John Jr. and talking about what we can do to make the park like public.
I was over there the night before.
This weekend, some folks noticed they got the bigger recycling carts.
Yeah, John, how did that go?
Maybe just give us a quick update on that. Quite a few of them out.
Well, carts all over the place.
Contrary to the fears, they're not as large as people thought.
This past weekend, we began our recycling upgrade rollout. Just a little bit of past history, I guess. Back in January, we had sent out a survey card as part of the village calendar, which was kind of in the back cover of it, that asked the residents that, if you wanted to upgrade your recycling card from the 65 gallon to the 95 gallon, if you check this box, we'll go ahead and we'll do a time in April. And then we also kind of put out some educational piece to all the residents that said, we're moving ahead with the automated garbage collection. We're actually providing you 3 different options for this. Option number 1 gives the residents the same level of service that they have now, which is a limited volume, and so you will deliver a 65 or 95 gallon card. They'll be allowed to put that amount of garbage in that card, and in additional, you'll be able to go through and put down additional cans alongside of it. Option number 2 is you can request either a 65 or 95 gallon garbage cart container and just put whatever in that container. But one of the recommendations from the village board, which I thought was a great idea, is you can go through and during December 15th to January 15th, which is really when we have some of our heaviest volumes, you'll be able to put out an unlimited volume alongside your container. And you'll also be given 2 unlimited volume collection days. And so let's say if you decide that you want to go and clean your garage on June 1st and you have this huge amount of debris or whatever that you can clean up the attic, if you call the Public Works, we'll be able to come down and pick up that a larger amount at no charge to them. And then that option number 2 actually comes with a 50-cent per month reduced rate. And so I believe that our existing rate is $13.50 for the unlimited, which is the volume that we're at now. Option number 2, which is where you put out a little bit less garbage, but then pay a little bit less, only paying $13 a month. And then option number 3, you're given the option to go through and choose either a 65 or a 95 gallon container, but all you can put out is whatever you can fit inside that container. And so to accommodate some of the residents that we have in the village that produce less garbage, we wanted to give them the opportunity to, or I guess to reward them that if you're producing less garbage and costing us less at the landfill, we're going to give them a $1 per month rebate, and so their charge only goes, drops down to $12.50. And so we started the rollout of the recycling carts, and the reason that we did the recycling carts before the garbage is that our recycling amounts have just really increased the last 3 years since we started the automated collection recycling. I would say about 3 years ago we were around maybe 16-17% diversion, which means if you have 100 pounds of garbage and recycling, 16 pounds of it is recycling, and then the 84 pounds is garbage. We actually doubled the amount of our diversion that we're pulling out of the landfill. And we're probably pushing around 36% right now. And so over a third of all of our residential garbage and recycling is being pulled out of the landfills recycling, and so the program is going great. Back 3 years ago, when we started the program, we issued 65-gallon containers, because at the time, everyone just had I believe it was like an 11-gallon tote, which is like one of those green bins that you see around different areas in the village. And so we thought by going from an 11-gallon up to a 65-gallon, that's just a huge increase. Well, I guess we were wrong there, because a lot of people were putting out more recycling than what they could hold in their recycling cart. And so there's been a real outcry about the last year that, we need some more recycling space, and the village residents and their kids and everyone else, they're really doing a great job with the recycling. And so we actually went on that, and we mailed that survey out, and we got 1,200 responses back from residents out of the 7,000 that we had in the village that said that they wanted a larger recycling cart because the 65-gallon can't hold enough. And so we were very happy to see that, so we did that distribution this past weekend. And our goal is to cut down on some of the cost of our rollout carts for the garbage. We're going to take those 65-gallon lids, or those 65-gallon containers that we picked up from the residents that were their small recycling carts, wash them out, and just put some garbage lids on them. And now we have the smaller garbage carts. We only had 530 residents that requested the smaller 65-gallon garbage container, so we did not have to purchase any of the smaller containers at all, and so that was a cost savings to the program. And so everything went well, and we plan on rolling out our garbage carts starting on this Saturday. We're actually going to bump it up a couple days from what was advertised. We're starting on the west end and working east. It should take about 2 weeks. Residents can use their new garbage carts as soon as they receive them. So probably within 2.5 weeks, everyone should have the garbage carts. And one of the common questions that we're getting from residents is, what do we do with our old garbage can that we've had laying around for 15, 20 years? And you can use it to bring material to the compost site, but if you really feel that you don't have a use for it whatsoever, if you just put a note on it that says, please throw this garbage can away, we'll dispose of it.